I would like to cite this gentleman in contempt, Your Honor, sa pagsisinungaling.
Mr. Chair, I would like to second the motion of Senator TULFO with regard to the contempt against Mr. Pablo Ruiz. Madam Franz, meron na kayong kaso na hinaharap niyan?
Counsel to speak on behalf of the clients.
They are currently facing the following cases, Your Honor. First, they have a case with the CHR, Commission on Human Rights, regarding the alleged violation of the rights of the complainant. Second, Your Honor, they are facing serious illegal detention charges filed with the OCP of Batangas.
Is that bailable?
That is a non-bailable offense.
All right.
Aside from that, Your Honor, they are also facing serious physical injuries. That is a bailable offense. And they are also facing violation of the anti-human trafficking law, as well as violation
bailable?
of the... Yes, Your Honor. As well as violation of the Kasambahay law, Your Honor.
So there is only one case that is non-bailable, and that is serious illegal detention. Am I correct?
For the time being, Your Honor, but if my information serves me right, there are other cases that will be filed with the OPP of Occidental Mindoro, Your Honor.
With the?
Office of the Provincial Prosecutor, considering that the witnesses actually appeared before the said prosecutor's office. So
What are the possible charges that can be filed against your client?
I would assume, Your Honor, that it would be in the same nature, although they might refer to different time frames, Your Honor.
Including serious illegal detention.
That is my anticipation, Your Honor.
Ako po'y nagpapasalamat, Mr. Chair and Your Honor, sa pagkakataon namin magsalita na bagamat po iba ang aking opinion sa mga opinion nila at minsan nakapagtaas ng boses ang mga
Kaya siguro kami nagtataas ng boses dahil nagsisinungaling ka. Wala na kami karapatan magtaas ng boses kung talaga mga totoo ang mga sinasabi mo. Nagtataas kami ng boses dahil nagsisinungaling kayo. Nakita mo na ba yung tsura niya? Lahat ng testigo, tinuturo ikaw. Ikaw at wala nang iba, kundi ikaw. Ilan testigo yung mga nandito ngayon? 5, 6, 7, 7. 7 testigo nagsasabang ikaw mismo nagmaltrato dito kay Manang LV. Paano hindi tataas ang boses namin? Pare kasi sinungalingan na sinasabi mo. At meron pa tayong polygraph test na nagsasabi nagsisinungaling ka. Oh, yan, 7. Ikaw, sino testigo mo? Meron ka ba presenta rito? Na testigo? Na magko-corroborate sa'yo sa mga sinasabi mo? Nasasangayon sa mga sinasabi mo? Meron ka ba dinala? Kung meron ka dinala, di sana pinakinggan namin. Oh. Ito mga ito, naglabasa na lang ito dahil naawa kay Aling LV. Hindi naman namin sila inimbite. Nagkusang loob sila pumunta rito para magtestigo sa ginagawa mong maltrato rito kay Aling LV. Makatao ba yung ginagawa mo? Hindi na makatao yan. Makahayop na yan. Mas masahol pa sa hayop yung ginagawa mo.
Maybe as a gentleman to refrain from and probably just exercise objectivity and cooler heads without offense, Senator Estrada. Alam niyo, Senator Estrada, kasi siya yung gumawa ng kasambahay law. Kaya ayaw niya rin na makita yung nagawang batas na hindi nasusunod at hindi umiiral.
Hindi lang yan, Mr. Chair. Kaya naman, I'm sorry for raising my voice. Kaya naman talaga ako umiinit ang ulo ko, tumataas ang boses ko. Dahil nakikita ko itong tao na masyado mo yung minaltrato. Habang buhay na siya mabubulag. Hindi mo ba naintindihan? Kung sa'yo ginawa yon, habang buhay ka mabubulag, matutuwa ka? Matutuwa yung mga kapatid mo? Matutuwa yung mga anak mo? Tingnan mo. Tingnan mo yung tsura. Nung pumasok sa'yo si Aling LV, hindi ganyan itsura niya. Ilang taon na kayo, Aling LV? 44 years old lang. Pero tingnan mo itsura niya. Parang mas matanda pa sa akin. Parang 70 years old na, 80 years old na sa ginawa ninyo. Sa ginawa mo in particular. Hindi na makatao yan.
Estrada, you can have your water also, my dear colleague. So we have 2 pending motions here. One is this committee is in receipt of a letter of reconsideration dated 19 September 2023, order of contempt against Frenilyn Garcia Ruiz. So this is treated as a motion for reconsideration to reconsider and set aside the order of contempt dated 19 September 2023 against Frenilyn Garcia Ruiz, and to order. The prayer of the council is to order the immediate release of movant Frenilyn Garcia Ruiz. After having deliberated and consulted with the members of the Senate Committee on Justice and Human Rights, the committee resolves in open hearing to deny said motion. Let the council as well as the Committee Secretariat note that pursuant to Balag versus Senate, is a Supreme Court decision dated July 3, 2018, and the GR 234608, the Supreme Court ruled that the period of detention will last upon the end of the legislative inquiry of the Senate. And the legislative inquiry of the Senate would terminate in two instances. One, upon approval or disapproval of the committee report under sections 22 and 23 of the rules of the Senate. The committee report, within 15 days after the conclusion of the inquiry, the committee shall begin to consider a report. Number two, action on the report. The report, upon inclusion in the order of business, shall be referred to the committee rules for assignment in the calendar. Those are the only two instances. And the third one would probably mean the legislative inquiry of the Senate also terminates upon the expiration of one Congress. We're now talking of the 19th Congress. So, the implication of the denial of the motion for reconsideration is that Mrs. Franelyn Garcia Ruiz will continue in detention under the auspices of the Sergeant at Arms. Is there another motion?
Well, Mr. Chair, I would like to second the motion of Senator TULFO with regard to the contempt against Mr. Pablo Ruiz.
There is a pending motion coming from Senator TULFO, duly seconded by Senator Estrada, to likewise detain within the premises of the Senate, pursuant to the rules of the Senate, the person of Mr. Pablo Ruiz, for the same reasons as considered by the committee when it detained Mrs. Ruiz. Having considered the same as meritorious, the committee hereby approves the detention of Mr. Pablo Ruiz under the same conditions, and the Sergeant at Arms is hereby directed to facilitate the implementation of the same, subject to the appropriate medical examinations, right of visitation by relatives, as well as the right to counsel. So, approved in open session given this day of the 25th of September 2023. OSAA is hereby directed to cause the detention. Attorney?
Your Honor, this representation would like to seek reconsideration of both orders, Your Honor. Considering that the spouses, Your Honor, have two children, one is a minor and another is 18 years of age, should both of them be sent for detention, Your Honor, at the same time, the two children will be left, Your Honor, alone in the said residence and without any means of livelihood at this time and without having made any arrangements for the welfare of both children, Your Honor. This
They have
representation-
visitation rights, attorney. They can visit their parents.
Is that can you rephrase and repeat what
I would-
you've said, Attorney?
This representation, Your Honor, would like to move for reconsideration of the order given by the Honorable Chairman